watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Gov.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead Radio Show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Remember, because what you hears today, you got to tell the birthed tomorrow. I'm looking behind us now, across the count of time, down the long hall, into history back. I sees the end, what with a start. Right! And somebody did come.
a man with no shins?
A man with no shins. I don't know, tell me.
Tony.
Tony. Connected, yes, Tony. Very good. Tony. Cookie daddy like it, that's why.
I like simple jokes.
What do you call a man with no shins?
A man with no shins. I don't know, tell me.
Tony.
Connected, yes, Tony. Very good. Tony. Cookie daddy like it, that's why.
I like simple jokes.
What do you call a man with no shins?
Okay, and here we are. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. We are not ready. Bear
Can
with
they hear
me.
you at least?
Yes, they can
Okay.
hear us and see us.
Okay.
Unlike yesterday, where nothing was working yesterday, so we ended up not doing the show.
Oh.
Our apologies to, we had a guest in here who goes by the D-Man, he calls himself. What is going on? Yeah, I'm having all sorts of issues. Yeah, so we couldn't get the show rolling. So our apologies to the D-Man.
D-Man.
But he has agreed to come back next Monday.
Oh, good.
So we'll hang out with him then. Jeff and Tyler were here as well. But, yeah, no good. But we're here now, and I'm still not working on 100%, which is why I'm trying to figure out what in the world is going on here. But we're going to make this work one way or another. So Diane is here. Yay!
Hey, I made it.
Thank God.
It's always such a
So what?
dicey.
What happened out there? You
Nothing. Just running late as usual.
Oh, but you said, but you.
So I texted you here,
Right.
figuring by the time you got to the door, I'd be at the door, and
Right.
But then my pocketbook dumped out as I grabbed it and it was open.
So all your toys came flying out all over the place?
Things, my old lady glasses and my chapstick.
Your old lady glasses.
Which I need constantly now at work.
I don't believe. Are we allowed to see these things?
Yeah.
I don't believe they're old lady
Glasses.
There was
So
nothing
I have
old
a pair
about
in
you.
my pocketbook. I have a pair at work, and I have a pair at home. And so I wear contact lenses for distance.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I can't see far away.
Right.
So my distance is fine, but now as I'm getting older, with my contacts in, I can't see my cell phone. I have to do this. I can't read small print. I have trouble with the computer at work. If they're out, then I can see my phone perfectly. When I get up in the morning and I'm scrolling through my phone and I can't see anything far away, but I can see my phone perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, my little old lady glasses, you can see.
No,
they're reading glasses. They're just, not prescription. They're just little reading glasses.
They look actually really great, actually. I'm dead serious.
Whatever. I need them.
They're not old lady
now
glasses
I can't
at
see
all.
any of that, but I can see this perfectly. So.
All
always
right.
have to be prepared now.
Oh, there you go. You're always prepared. Good morning, Muffin and Diane. Oh. Oh, now he's calling me Muffin.
You're Muffin?
Oh, okay. Vicky,
I think that's a compliment.
coming from John? I don't know. I'm
if
not
he
really
called
sure.
me Muffin, it would be a compliment.
Yes,
Because
absolutely
it
would.
means squishy and delicious.
Squishy and delicious. Well, that's how I describe you. Wow, thanks for that setup. Vicky, just unfortunately having internet issues. What, you are or we are? I don't know what's going on.
I can see us up there now.
Yes.
I couldn't for a little while.
Oh,
It
what?
wasn't up there. That was not happening. And then it just...
What, when you walked in, you mean?
For a long time. Well, you were doing all that. We were not up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Came on.
I didn't even realize.
Well...
It's weird because, like, John and a few people had told me that that some of the shows were kind of in and out, like they were, like it would freeze occasionally, then it would come back.
Oh, okay.
I was looking into it, I thought I had it fixed, and then yesterday things just and it's hard
Everything-
to. And then I came in last night and I did a little test and it worked. It worked beautifully. Well, I take that back. It's a long
It
story.
seems to be working now.
Yeah, but I'm not working with my usual templates. Like each show has its own template.
Right.
The Knock 'em Dead comedy template is not working.
Oh.
So I had to use the template from an old show that's not here anymore, and I threw in just the some Knock 'em Dead comedy stuff last second, so I can at least get the show going. But and in fact, right now I have to add in all the high school photos for later when we play Who Is This? Yep. So I have to do that while we're. Who is that? I don't even remember who that is. Oh, I know who that is. Okay. That one. All right. See, that one I have to do some cropping on, so you can't look at it. Okay. So I'm adding all that stuff in right now. All right. So our apologies for yesterday. Yeah, we and our apologies to our guests and Tyler and Jeff. They were here, but all right. Vicky, it's better since the joke ended and Tony and Diane got on. Oh, is that right? And that's probably around the time you said that it popped on there. Oh, that's weird. I wonder what happened. Andrea, good morning, everyone. Hey, Tony, I called Dave after your show Friday. He said, of course, he'd do your show. Really?
Dave who?
Dave Leisure.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Dave Leisure. You know what? I'll show you his picture. I guarantee you will know who this is. Let's see. David Leisure.
Oh, I do know who that is.
Yeah. So
wow.
Andrea commented the other day. In fact, all right, hang tight. I'll show all you guys. David Leisure. Andrea commented the other day that she knows him. So I said, that's kind of cool. And then I said, get him on our show.
Yeah, get him on a Tuesday.
Yes. We can do that.
I'd like to meet him.
So, yeah, she said that he would do it.
Oh, very cool.
That would be great.
You moving on up, Tony Walker?
Okay.
Getting like real life celebrities.
Kevin Pollak was on the show. Yeah. That's probably the biggest name we've had in here. Well, he wasn't even in here, but he did the show.
No, we need him to come in the studio. We want him here.
Well, I don't know where David Leisure... Andrea, where does David Leisure live?
I'm going to make it my mission to get a famous person to come in here on a Tuesday.
Anne is checking in. Hello, There's Mickey. Good morning, Diane. You are smoking hot.
Who said that?
Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. Hi, Mickey.
There's Fremder. He says, good morning from my bidet. Vicky, until you and Diane got on, I would periodically get a spinning like the internet was thinking. Yeah, that's what's been going on. In fact, I think it might be happening right now.
Oh, it is. We're getting a little slowdown.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the signal from my computer to that screen or if that's actually happening. See, I'm watching YouTube, so maybe it's not happening. I think I'm gonna have to get our internet connection checked out in here.
Some new cables or something.
Something's not right. Cables. Yeah, but Vimeo, which is our host, they were messed up yesterday, that's why we couldn't do the show. But then, like I said, somehow
that
my
wasn't
template.
even your fault. There's nothing you could do about it.
But now my template for my show is all messed up, and I don't know how that happened. So I don't know what's going on. All right, but we're going to
make the best of it.
That's right.
Yes.
So, all right, so you're going to make it your mission.
I'm going to get somebody famous here.
And do you have anybody in mind?
I don't know yet. I have to think.
And do you have...
Who might I... I have like degrees of separation from people. I have to figure out how I can... I have to think this way.
And you have to come up with a plan.
Right. And I'll send some ideas to you, some possibilities, and then you can maybe... Although I imagine that you'd probably be okay with anybody I could get.
I'm okay with anything you do.
So, okay, I'm gonna see what we can do. Try to get a famous person.
Me and Rosie, who co-hosts on
Friday.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there because unless the delay has gotten worse on that screen.
It's a longer delay.
Yeah,
I noticed
it's definitely
that
a longer delay. Me and Rosie when. What's his name was appearing here at the club? Jay Moore. When Jay Moore was doing a show at the club, about a week before, we reached out to him to try and get him in here. And Rosie came up with the idea of sending a video, and which I understandably understood because, Rosie's hot. Like yourself, you'd be hot. So Jay Moore, he wrote back within 20 minutes. Love to do the show. Let me know when. Great. I was then responding to him because, it was like later that day. Rosie had left. Nothing. He totally freaking ghosted me. He never came in here. He did his show, here at the club, but nothing.
That's screwed up.
It is screwed up, but I not that I get it, but I get why he responded the first time because he saw Rosie. Then he's dealing with me.
But then you say you're going to be on the show. That's a whole other thing. You could have said he could have responded and said, "Oh, thanks, but no thanks." But
Right.
I'm flattered, right?
Right.
But to lead you on like that, that's screwed up.
I don't care who you are. At least
Don't
write
do
back
that.
and say I can't make it.
Be honest, and it's just
Yep.
then it's nice that he wrote back,
Right.
Because some will not,
Right.
Right.
I've-
But now you're a jerk.
I've had emails with Paul Schaefer where it supposedly was him. Thanks for the invite. Would love to, but my schedule doesn't allow it. I don't know if you guys know the name Paul Carrick. He's a musician. The song How Long? How long has this been going on? Yeah. He wrote and sang that. The Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics, that's him. And he was briefly in Squeeze. He's the one singing Tempted. Tempted by the Fruit of Another. So that's Paul Carrick. Supposedly, it was him that was emailing, because he's self-managed. He doesn't have management. He actually does it all himself. So, in fact, he doesn't have a record label. He puts it all out independently.
Wow.
So when I got a response, a nice response saying, Tony, I'd love to do it, but right now my schedule just doesn't allow it. I'm like, okay, that was really nice to at least take the time to say no. And he wasn't a dick about it. He just, unfortunately, he's very polite. So I'm like, all right, that guy's all right. But yeah, when people get ghosted, it's kind of a dick move.
To do that to people.
Yep.
Yeah, and you could have just been a nice person who responded, and then
Right.
you became a dick.
Don Sill actually today was supposed to come in here this afternoon to record an interview with somebody who originally went so far as to schedule this and then has since ghosted him. So we had to cancel. There we go. Okay. Good morning, Muffin.
Good morning. No. You're the Muffin.
You're Muffin.
Oh, I can't call you Muffin back?
No.
Oh, you
Oh, we're losing him. He's in and out. We can't. Hold on.
John, we didn't get a word. You're breaking up
We
really
can't
bad.
understand you. You're breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
Okay. If you recall Friday with your guest when you were drooling, all right, she called you a love muffin. And I text you, and you said, and I have it on my text, yes, I am a love muffin.
Oh, Sunday.
Oh, yeah, Sunday. It wasn't Friday. I'm sorry. I get my days confused. Oh, it was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday morning.
Yes.
When you were interviewing your guest,
Yes.
and you were
You
all
have a show
giddy,
Sunday morning?
all right, and drooling.
Sometimes.
By the way, Diane, you ravishing today. God, how are you?
Well, tell us something we don't know.
Okay. Well, I just have to say it, all right,
Thank you.
because
I hear
it's
you.
the proper thing to do.
Yes, it is.
Friends compliment each other like I compliment you all the time.
You do.
Okay. Yes. So anyway, all right, you text me back after the show, I am a love muffin. And I texted you, that is your new nickname.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you did.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that you remember these things. That's why I called you Muffin.
I like when. Did you hear Diane say it just now? I like it. I really like it a lot now.
Well, listen,
She went.
So who was this guest
Muffin.
that called you Love Muffin?
Listen, I could be the Pillsbury Doughboy, and you could be the Muffin.
That's a little gross, actually.
No, it's you find bad in
ruined
everything.
it.
Walker.
Of course, I ruined. Well, now, yeah, like I don't want to, pinch your belly like the Pillsbury. Yeah, exactly. Like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Hey, how was your party the other day?
It was awesome.
What-
It was really, really, and when you surprised me down here, when you came down here and surprised me, that was phenomenal. However, my friend of 68 years surprised me.
Oh, wow.
And I actually went on my knees crying.
Oh, that's so nice.
This is my buddy. In fact, the old Italians, our mothers used to bathe us in the same bathtub together. All right, when we were 2 or 3 years old.
Irish did the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and
All the
he came
kids.
down. I'm going to get emotional again. He came down and it was the most unbelievable thing. You know, he has health issues too, and he made the trip down. They drove him down. It took him 3 days to drive down.
3 days.
They drove him down, and the first thing he turned around and he called me by my childhood nickname. And it was just awesome.
That's great.
Dawn Marie coordinated the whole thing, and it was just marvelous.
What would you do without her, man?
Oh, she's great. She's great. The only thing that was missing was you.
Oh,
all right. And Diane. All right. It would have been awesome, but we had so much. Unfortunately, the weather didn't hold up, but everybody was in the house. But that was fine.
Well, you have that beautiful screened-in back.
Yeah, but
area.
it was torrential rainstorms down here. We're having them for 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. Are you laughing at the
He's
weather?
being a jerk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop.
Oh, okay.
He's telling you a nice story. Behave yourself.
I'm just making fun of him about the weather. That's not a
Why?
nice story. That's
Why?
just the weather. Because he makes fun of us with our weather. That's why.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do make fun of you with the weather. Yes.
Right. So you can take
that's great. I'm glad
Long
to hear you had a
Long
great
Island weather's
weekend.
terrible. You know, I mean, you have 2 months of nice weather, and that's
Beautiful today.
That is not true at all.
It's beautiful today.
It is beautiful today. We have
Yeah.
a beautiful sunny day.
What you consider beautiful, and I consider beautiful, and Diane knows. Diane loves Florida. All right, she's not a Florida hitter like somebody else I know. All right. So anyway, listen, I just want to say that Muffin, have a great show. I'm glad you're on today. I was very disappointed yesterday. You screwed up my whole entire day by not being on.
Believe me, nobody gets more mad about it than me, man.
I couldn't say hello to my Annie, you know, and it was depressing, you know. But you're here today, all right, so everything is going to go great. And then you're here with Diane. That makes it more beautiful.
Yay.
Absolutely right.
Well,
all right, so don't do anything I wouldn't
voice.
do, Walker.
Oh, I definitely would.
I love you, man.
Love you too. Thanks for checking in.
Bye-bye.
John Rusciello. Oh, yes, do a Sunday. But this particular Sunday, I lied. I wasn't here. It was all recorded.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But and I'm surprised John hasn't yelled at me because he called me Sunday morning. And he even said, "Are you at the studio yet?" I'm like, "No, not yet. I'm heading there soon."
Oh, you lied to
I
him.
totally lied
You
to
didn't
him.
even tell him the truth. So
I
who
did
was
not.
the guest that called you Love Muffin? I want to know.
What's the matter? You jealous?
I just want to know.
Diane's jealous. This is awesome.
Who's calling you Love Muffin?
Lynn Hoffman.
Okay.
Lynn Hoffman was a VH1 VJ.
The name sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Oh, you know
so
what? I'll show you Lynn Hoffman. And I told the story on the air, and I told it to her as well. What happened was, back in the, I don't know, when was she? So, yeah, so that's her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's smoking. So she was, I want to say, early 2000s was when she was on VH1. Maybe late 90s, actually. I forget the exact timeline, but somewhere around there. Late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, first time I saw her, I was like, whoa! And I just put down what I was doing to watch for a minute. But then you put all that aside, and I just enjoyed her show. I thought she was a good host. There's a few people that I mentioned when people ask me, like, you know, like what I guess inspired me or who, like, styles, because I enjoy the free form.
Right.
And there are certain hosts that I think about when
that do that well.
that have done it well, right? And she was one of them. So and she used to host. I think I didn't ask her, but I think it was live on VH1. I think it was 5 to 6 every day. It was called the All Request Hour, and she'd be standing there, and I think it was live, or at least pretty close to it, because they're taking
it's requests,
live requests, right?
So you have to be.
And she would stand there holding a piece of paper. Okay, Diane is checking in from Bayshore, and she wants to see Donny Osmond, whatever,
And that would have been correct. There you go.
So, but she also did other shows there, which she would have guests, and then went on to the A&E channel, where she had another music show there called Private Sessions.
Okay.
And she had, Ringo and Heart and all these great bands, and she would just talk one-on-one, and then they would play a little bit. I just enjoyed the way she interviewed people. So eventually. She was then on the radio here in New York for a while. I want to say NEW. I don't know if that's right, but she was definitely on some morning show. but she's from Boston. Eventually went back to Boston. And she's been back at Boston for a while, I think just doing local radio. But then somehow I saw on Facebook, I don't remember how I found it, or maybe it's just in the post or something, but that she's been doing a podcast called Music Saved Me. And I thought it was like the fact that it was her, and then I liked the whole
title,
premise.
right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I, went down that rabbit hole, and there it was where she talked to various people about how music has impacted their lives.
Wow,
I'm like,
that's great.
that's a cool.
That's great.
Yeah. So I listened to a few. There's some.
So was
video.
it a live? Did you face-to-face interview or a Zoom interview?
Zoom.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to tell you. So we did it last Tuesday.
Okay.
Last Tuesday afternoon. It came about very quickly. I wrote to her through her website the Thursday before. There's a guy named Buzz Knight, I think is the last name, Buzz Knight. He also has a podcast, and I think it's similar to this. Like they have a podcast network and they have some shows, and I think he's the guy. He's like me over there. He's running all these shows. So he contacted me and said, "Yeah, let's we'd love to do this. Let's set it up." And I said, "Okay, let me know what your schedule's like." And then he said, "All right, can we do it this Tuesday?" I think that was actually Saturday or Sunday. It was Sunday. He texted me. He said, "How's Tuesday?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I better start doing some research." I'm like, "Yeah." So I wasn't going to say no.
You pulled it together. You made it happen.
Made it
Good
happen.
for you.
Did all sorts of research.
That's great.
After our show on Tuesday. Oh, and then Peter came in. So then after Peter, we Zoomed. I was so pleasantly surprised.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna go on.
And I think you should, because one of the things that she asked about. So turns out, it was Tuesday. So that morning she watched because she wanted to see what was going on.
She watched us. Oh, okay.
So sure enough, we get on the Zoom. I hit record. We start talking. And I didn't edit anything. I was like, this is too good. I'm just going to leave it as is. A couple of spots, of course, could have been fixed, but I'm like, nah, I'm just going to leave it. Because we were talking before I did the official intro. All right, Lynn Hoffman is this, and she's done this. Before we got to that, I thought it already got off to a great start. It got off to a great start immediately. She was fantastic. A very similar energy as you. Just very positive, very fun, and just you felt like you knew her forever. Okay. But one of the things she brought up as soon as I started recording, she said, "So I watched the show this morning. I wanted to get an idea of what I'm doing." She goes, "But tell me about this Diane Fogarty."
She did not.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. She goes, and I said, "Yeah." I said, She sang because you did the Save a Horse,
Ride a Cowboy. Oh, God.
So no, she loved it. She loved it. And then she said, she goes, "That was a great guest." I go, "Guest?" I go, "She's my Tuesday co-host." And she goes, "Oh, that's great."
Oh,
and
that's
then,
so nice.
Oh yeah. So immediately I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to tell Diane. I can't wait to tell Diane." And then made fun of me for never hearing of that song.
I mean, really?
Yeah. But I'm glad I didn't, because now this is the version that's in my head.
Speaking of which, I just want to say that I've been here a year officially.
When?
May 30th
it was
of
May.
2024 was my first show ever as a musical guest on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And then when I left, I said, "This was a lot of fun. I would love to do it again.
Yep.
Give me a call anytime." And you messaged me that night and said, "Can you make it tomorrow?"
Oh, that's right.
And I came.
That's why I put you on the spot.
Day, and then you said to me during that show, on that Friday show, "Do you want to do a regular Tuesday spot?"
Yeah.
I said, "I think I could probably do that." And I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
And it's been a year. Can you believe it's been a year?
And I should have been monumenting this somehow.
No,
I suck.
You know what? It's better like this.
Why?
Because we don't need a thing. Because we are what we are.
You need a thing.
We don't need we celebrate every day. I know. A year. Can you believe it?
Wow. I'm always amazed how fast time goes,
Just
man.
like that. I was just thinking about it this morning. I was brushing my teeth, getting ready, and I said, "Oh my God, it's June 3rd, May 30th." That was the date.
You and Dave Soul came on together.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Wow. So I have Frank to thank for this?
You do.
Oh my goodness.
I have Frank to thank for this.
Wow. Or to blame. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a year.
I don't think I've gotten as big a response than I've gotten since you've come on. Really, I mean, I certain guests, get good responses,
but we don't really try. We just have fun.
Absolutely,
it's just fun.
Yeah, it really is fun.
So we keep coming back.
And I thank you for doing that. It really is. It's been great with you here.
Yay! So happy year to us.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow. All right. I'm blown away. I can't believe it.
I know. We did the entire Mets season together, and they last year.
Right. So
last night they beat the Dodgers in extra innings.
What a game that was! What a great game that was. And,
I didn't make it to the end. I had to get to bed, but
and it's nice to see them like the end. The last few weeks of May was a little rough.
We had a rough couple of weeks, but everybody was worried about it. I wasn't worried about it.
I wasn't worried about it either.
Optimistic,
and even
because everybody you have lulls, and I kept saying, remember last year at this time they were the worst team.
Oh yeah. And even like if that's the roughest it's going to get, like it wasn't that rough.
No, they'd lose a couple in
right.
a row. A couple in a row.
Exactly.
That was,
right.
And we were like, oh, this
right.
is terrible. So it's not.
And I think they've only been swept once this year. Have they been swept?
I don't know if they've been swept. I don't think they've been swept, but I could be wrong.
But I mean, they,
But I just to play the Dodgers in LA, especially after what they did to the Yankees the other night. Although
right.
kudos to the Yankees for coming back the next night.
Yep.
That Saturday night was so embarrassing, terrible.
Yes.
But Sunday they came right back, and good for the Yankees. And I think it's going to be just an exciting New York playoff season. I think it's going to be great.
And it's I hats off to Francisco Lindor. When he's hitting, it just seems like the whole team just picks it up.
And that's energy. He's got that. The entire team follows suit, and that's about, to me, that's what. It's a coherent team, and they would still be a good team if somebody wasn't there. But when they're all together, they feed off each other. This is to me reminiscent of '86. Lenny Dykstra. He may not have been the greatest player in baseball, but that guy had heart, and the team. I love it. And Lindor has that
he's
effect.
The man. Yeah.
I agree.
'86, it was Carter and Hernandez.
Yeah. And I mean, even Alonso, I think, too.
Yeah.
And, anybody who wants to bitch about Juan Soto, bitch all you want, but the guy, it's a better team with him.
Yes.
No doubt. And that's what we pay for.
Right. And he's not going crazy with the home runs, but
that's okay.
He's been hitting doubles. He's been getting RBIs.
We need him to do.
He's been coming through in the clutch for the most part.
So I'm just thrilled.
And doing a lot better defensively too than say last year.
Great.
Is Vientos hurt? He left the game yesterday.
I didn't make it through the game last night. I don't know the answer to that.
He hit the ball.
He's another one who just
yeah.
Great.
He hit a shot into left field. And which might have been a double, maybe if he made it. But he started running the first. All of a sudden, he fell. He just went down, and then when he got up, he walked off. But he was grabbing his hammy as he was walking off. So I haven't heard.
We'll see.
Hopefully, he's all right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Fremder, it's so funny the dissatisfied look on Diane's face whenever you read something I write.
No, it's not dissatisfied. I just roll my eyes. I mean, but that's pretty much my life with Anthony too. I'd be like, oh God.
But why are we singling out Diane? I mean, isn't it everybody?
You just can't see everybody else. They're all
right.
the same thing.
Let's see. Oh, Vicky's saying the whole spinning wheel thing was happening last week too. Right, that's what I'm saying. I did hear from some people that it's been happening. Is it better today, everybody? Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah.
So Tony forgets his guest on Friday. Call him a love. Oh, that's from John. No, we already straightened that out. Okay. What? Andrea says we have a .utu. What does that mean?
I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, all right. I think so. Her next comment, I think she must have just messed up. We have a mutual friend who you can get more information from. David is in L.A. right now, I think. His main residence is in Salt Lake. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll Zoom with him. And we have a mutual friend. All right. I will, if it's who I think it is, I will find out. Fremder, here's a joke on Diane's level. What did the chicken librarian say to the frog after handing him a what? What? What did the chicken librarian say to the frog after handing him a Bach? Oh, Bach? A book instead of a what? I have no idea.
It's probably meant to say after handing him a book. I don't know.
No, I think that's the joke.
Oh, is it?
Because he didn't come back with a punchline. So I think that actually was the punchline. And that's on Diane's level?
Really?
What the? That is definitely not on Diane's level. You're not on Diane's level.
Listen, the show would not be the same without you. We're happy to have you here.
Absolutely right. Relative humidity down south, says from the heat between two cousins. Oh, my goodness. Greg,
I think that's funny.
That was pretty good. I like that. Greg Halverson is watching. Good morning, pal. You can see Greg and me this Friday, the Knights of Columbus in Hicksville. We're doing a murder mystery show. It's a family reunion luau theme. There you go. So all the audience, you're all part of the family. Ann says, yes, I missed you too yesterday, my sweets. Oh, and then John writes, miss you more. Oh. Fremder, is it me or when Chris Titus smiles, he looks like a live version of The Mask? Yeah, he kind of does. And I think he's still doing that damn podcast of his, that son of a bitch. You know who Chris Titus is, the comedian?
I would if you showed me his picture.
He had a TV show for a while called Titus. That is not him. Oh, this is him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So, about, what would you guys say, maybe a year ago? He started a podcast called Knock 'em Dead, a comedy podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I reached out to him several times, and I got nothing.
Screw you, Tony Walker.
Yeah. So, all right, this thing isn't updated because it only talks about another podcast you had before that. So, yeah, he's out there. I don't know if the podcast is still going, and I hope it's not. But yeah, and I did. I reached out to him a few times, and I think we even may have played some of it on here, and we said it was boring.
Yeah, you suck anyway.
Yeah, Christopher Titus. So that's why your show didn't last.
That's right.
That's right. You don't have Diane Fogarty.
That's
Mcardle,
right.
Prick. All right. Yeah. So not only will you see Greg Halverson Friday in the murder mystery, but Greg Halverson in this murder mystery is playing a Hooters girl.
Oh, how exciting. I love that. Wait, this is Friday night?
Friday night, the Knights of Columbus in Hicksville. Yeah, Greg is playing a Hooters girl, and he said he got some great Hooters shorts on order. All right, I'll pay you back, pal. Fremder, they should just turn Hooters into a strip club so you can order Hooters from Hooters. Kenny Friedberg is watching. He says, hey, Tony and Diane. Do you know Kenny Friedberg? He plays drums. He goes to a lot of shows. He supports a lot of local talent.
Cool.
Yes, she did ask about you, and she praised you. Who? What are we talking about, John?
Oh, she's talking about the interview with the lady.
Oh, with Lynn?
Yeah.
It did become a love fest towards the end.
Aww,
yeah, we were praising each other. And she said she wants to come down. She said she gets back to New York regularly, and she's been at Governor's. But she said
great.
She was very impressed with, this much of the studio that she saw.
Cool.
And wants to come check it out. So, yeah, that'd be fun if she comes on down. Vicky, no. Vicky, Ann's birthday is next week. That's right.
What's the baby?
Next Tuesday.
Oh, really?
The 10th. Oh, my God. So you, me, Romeo, and Ann they're going to be on Zoom.
Yay!
Are you guys? Ann, it's your birthday, so you call the shots. Are you Zooming with us the whole 90 minutes and doing trivia with us? Are you and John gonna do we get to sit back and watch you two
do a show?
Well, do a show, all right. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's next Tuesday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Happy anniversary to you both. Thank you, Ken. Okay, so yeah, Vicky says happy birthday, happy anniversary, Diane as well.
Happy anniversary.
Anna says happy anniversary,
happy anniversary,
happy anniversary. I like that. That's what Bugs Bunny.
Flintstones.
Oh, you're right. It is Flintstones. Yeah.
Could be both.
Can we talk about? Yeah, probably. Can we talk about the game between the Yankees and the Stiff Sox? Fremder. Mickey says, Tony, Diane, and Rosie are better looking than you. All right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all a matter of opinion.
All right. But I happen to agree with him. But Andrea says, yes, kudos to my Yankees. Andrea, where are you? I think we've already asked you this, but I forgot already. But I'm assuming you're a transported New Yorker? Kenny Freeberg, Vientos is on the IL, hamstring, brought up a kid from AAA. Oh, that Mauricio kid.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Wow. All right, well, I hope he feels better. Speaking of, we're going to get to Tuesday trivia in a few minutes. Oh, all right. Let me do some other stuff. I was going to talk about something else. So, all right, we talked about the Mets and Dodgers. We talked about Lynn talking about Diane. Okay. Oh, I wanted to give you guys an update. I finally got. I don't know if I mentioned it when you were here. A few weeks ago when we did the show up in Boston. Mm-hmm. I've been complaining on here because we hadn't gotten paid.
Oh.
And and I wasn't as vigilant as I should have been. I was in touch with the lady a few times. It was weird because she wasn't getting back to me.
Was it an organization or was it a private person?
It was a corporate event.
Okay.
And I laid out a bunch of money for the hotel, for the trip, for the gas, and for the meals and all that stuff. And then, because I know a lot of people they'll give them a price and then they'll say, okay, and we need you to set up the hotel, so that way it's all set up in advance. I don't do it that way. I set it up and I charge accordingly. So I
right.
get,
make sure you get reimbursed, but you're laying your own money out.
Right.
Right.
The lady. So we do the show. And the lady comes up to me with a credit card, and I said to her, I go, the contract clearly states check or cash only. Oh, all right, I'll mail you a check. I'm like, all right, because what am I going to do at that point?
Right.
And
it's already done.
Right.
Yeah.
And the event was at a hotel. It wasn't like she could just run up to her office. I was like, okay. But they're a decent company. Like, it didn't look like,
like reputable. Like you didn't think you were risking anything.
Right. So I did. So I trusted that we'd get it. A week goes by, nothing. I call, nothing. I send emails, nothing. I'm like, what the? I finally. Oh, so I went on the website and under her name was a different number than what I had. So I called it. Sure enough, she answered. So that's a red flag to me. As soon as I told her who I was, there was like awkward silence on. So that's another red flag. I'm like, it's in my head. I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, oh, I mailed it out yesterday. I'm like, okay. And again, what are you going to do? Okay, well, I'll let you know, thanks. I waited 5 days, nothing. I call again from, both lines, nothing. I emailed twice again, nothing. I'm like, what the? So last week, today's Tuesday, probably Tuesday, Wednesday last week, I emailed her. There's 4 people on their website as like, the people. Mm-hmm. So I emailed all 4 of them in one email, going through the whole thing. And at this point, I'm like, it's over 3 weeks. Why am I waiting 3 weeks to get paid? Sorry, but this is not the way it's done.
Right.
Even if I got a quick email, sorry, I've been sick, or I had an emergency.
But they're ghosting. She's just ghosting
right.
you.
Even if she said, sorry, no excuses, I just forgot to send it. No problem. But the fact that she was ghosting me, I was like, this is bad. So I email all 4 of them. She writes back, the same woman. I did respond to you, and I mailed the check when I told you I sent it. So I just wrote back. I said, I did not receive any emails or the check. I get no response to that. So this week, so I waited almost a week. Last Thursday or Friday, I email her. I go, I have not heard back from you. I said, I don't know if you want to put a stop on this check. I said, you want to Venmo me? And my son has Venmo, so I gave her his Venmo access. Still nothing. I'm like, what the? So yesterday, I called it's an organization, but it's not a business. It's an organization. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I called, I guess, the woman in charge, not the CEO, but the woman. I left her a voicemail. I called her yesterday. left her voicemail, all the details. And I said, but since I didn't get you, I'll be glad to call again tomorrow, and hopefully we can get this fixed. And then I said,
you've been really nice up to this point.
Yes.
Yes.
Up until yesterday. And then I sent an email as well yesterday to all four explaining, I called so-and-so. I didn't reach her. I will be happy to call again tomorrow because I still haven't. I said, I have sent you guys 2 emails with Venmo information. I said, I still don't hear back from anybody. So last night, the woman emailed me, the woman that I've been dealing with, and she said, she just wrote, I Venmo transaction complete. So I went to my son and said, yes? He said, yes.
Oh, thank God.
I emailed the lady back, thank you very much. She writes back, thanks for the confusion. And I'm in my head, I didn't even respond, but in my head I'm like, there was no confusion.
Yeah, you're just a bitch.
So then by coincidence, right, by coincidence, my mail doesn't come till late, like 4 or 5 o'clock. Sure enough, when I go
Check comes in the mail?
I go to get my mail, probably like 5 or 6 o'clock by the time I remembered, the check was in there. The check was dated.
Postmarked when?
Exactly.
She lied.
The check was dated May 15th. That's the time I called her from a different number, and she said she mailed it out the day before. So that would have been the 14th.
So that was a lie, right?
Postmarked May 29th.
Oh.
So yeah, so she totally just wrote that date on the check.
Yeah.
So last week, somebody must have said to her, hey, what are you doing? Can you mail this damn check
together.
out? Right. So so the 29th was what, Thursday? I think.
Yes,
yeah.
that was my mom's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So, yeah. So, she finally mailed it out. So, so that was done. And then the other piece of personal stuff, well, personal, when I say personal, I just mean like connected to the show. Our pal Peter Schwartz. Peter's not on today. He had something to do. So this week he's on tomorrow at 1, and then his usual time Thursday at 1. So he's on Wednesday and Thursday this week. But late last night, Peter put it on Facebook that he has resigned from the Dragons.
Oh.
and he has nothing to do with that league anymore, with the Dragons or the league.
Wow.
He wished them well for the future. And so we just want to wish Peter well. I don't know details.
I feel like it's their loss, but okay.
Definitely their loss. This man, he put his whole life aside to help build this. This was a dream of his to have a job like that. And I can tell you, he put, I went to some of the press conferences they had. I saw him in here as he's putting the show together. He's getting phone calls, even sometimes during the show. You see him looking at his phone real quick, and if we're in commercial or something, he grabs it quick to send a text or make a quick call. And just conversations we've had. The man worked hard.
Wow.
So, and not connected. Well, I guess it's all connected to Peter, but not from Peter. I did hear rumors about the league, about the team that I'm not going to get into because they're rumors. But I don't know if maybe there's truth to these rumors, which is why Peter got out. But I don't know if he's going to talk about it on his show or not. But
we should tune in to see.
That's right. Tomorrow at 1. Either way, we wish him the best. Sorry to hear that news, and hopefully it's just it's at least open the door, and maybe he'll be the Islanders GM or the Ducks GM or something. Hopefully hopefully it's still upward and onward for Peter. So great, does a great job at his show here.
Maybe he'll come on our show. He can be our first famous person.
Oh, he's been on this particular show, not on a Tuesday.
I mean our show. Listen, when I say our show, I mean our show. I mean Tuesday.
All right. Well,
famous people.
Next week we have the Zoom.
In here.
All right, so I'll ask him if he wants to do the following. So yeah, next week is Ann and Romeo.
I'm not. There doesn't have to be. There's no rush to it.
Okay.
I'm just saying he's. Yeah. I'm gonna start a thing. Let's get some famous people in here.
All right. Peter's. He's
listen,
locally famous.
He's famous to me.
He's famous to me. Good answer.
More of a,
okay.
I was.
All right.
All
right. No, I guess he would count. Why not?
Of course.
Why
he
not?
Would count.
And he does, and he's a big supporter of
start.
this show. He mentions it on his show a lot, and I know there are days he does watch. I know he like everybody else, he's a big fan of yours.
Too, like
yes.
on his way here. Because as I'm walking out, sometimes he's sitting in his car and he'll roll down the window, and he was listening.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. No, Tony, I can't do 90 minutes. Just a brief hello, says Ann. Okay. All right, that's fine. I'll set the Zoom up, and you, come in whenever you want and stay as long as you want.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling the shots all over the motorcycle seat. Oh, that's what I get for not reading in advance, Fremder. For her birthday, I'm going to get Ann a mop and a bucket. A Fremder! All right. See, this is why I love Ann. She goes, oh, Lordy. She goes, Fremder, nothing wrong with the one I got. That's a great answer. Oh, but Romeo's getting all upset.
He's about to defend Anne's honor.
Yeah, I think so.
Good for him.
Oh, all right. Good for you, Ann. Now she's saying, Fremder, what you could get me is another one of your amazing drawings. Good for you, Ann. You tell him what you want. Fremder says done. Pick out anyone you want and let me know where to send it.
I
very
love
nice.
That.
And she's going to do that.
This is great.
A lot of beautiful artwork to choose from. You rock. Wow. Feeling the love here today.
Wait, Fremder's an artist? Do I not know about this?
Have I not?
Show me.
I have not showed you the book?
God, no.
I could have sworn. See, look at him. Trying to look all tough and...
Oh, you know what? Maybe I saw the back of the book, but I didn't realize there was artwork.
This... It is artwork, but I wouldn't say it's his usual stuff. I mean, the title is Inkblot, so it's more like that.
Yeah?
But yeah, it's, a lot of
cool
CGI type stuff. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he does a nice job.
Cool.
And I, in case I didn't tell you, he also composes movie scores.
Where does he live?
In an asylum. No, he's out east somewhere.
Oh, so he's on Long Island. So
he's Long Islander. He's been here. And he did my son's podcast once.
Come do our show. Fremder.
Yeah, come on. You know what, Fremder? Screw it. So Ann's not going to do the whole 90 minutes next week. So come join us next Tuesday when Diane and John zoom in, and you can say hi to them. And yeah, I'll have...
Ann and John will zoom in. I'll be here.
What did I say?
Diane and John will zoom in.
I always do that.
I will be here.
Right.
And if you can't do it next week, come another week.
And I'll have him tell you his story. He's got a crazy story about a fire, which I just can't get enough of hearing it. It's such a crazy story. But yeah, so Fremder, come in next week. All right, where were we? Glad you got your money. You deserve it. Thank you, pal. Andrea, oh, Tony, I'm still waiting for you to figure out how you know me. But yes, I am from New York. Andrea, I thought we figured that out. I thought we had a mutual friend that's also from New York, but not here anymore. I mean, still alive, duh, but, just not in New York. I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. All right, so we did that. We did the Peter. Okay.
You're so diligent how you keep a list. I know, to me, we're just winging it, but I know you have it.
Oh, I mean, that's
carefully constructed.
That's what all this is. I just save
things. In case
things.
you run out of things to say.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's not the case on Tuesdays, but God, for the days I'm by myself.
You need some material. I got you.
Yeah, I go through at least half of this on the days I'm by myself.
Talk to myself for an hour and a half.
I am not a big fan of doing it by myself.
Yeah.
No.
That would be
I love having people to talk to. It's a different
that.
energy. It's a different vibe.
I understand.
I can recall maybe one time where I enjoyed doing it by myself. The worst is doing it by myself on a Tuesday, because then, Tuesday trivia. Like, I have nobody to bounce off of with their answers, whether they're good or bad, and I just sit there, ask the questions. Oh, wait a second. I ask the next one.
Oh.
It's ugh. Oh, Diane. Ann just wrote, oh, Diane, exclamation point. Yes, Fremder has a whole lot of amazing artwork. Okay. Kenny Freeberg, move the mic closer to Diane. Okay.
Okay.
I have it.
I'm sorry.
I always have Diane turned up more because, there is space there.
I know. You know what? I don't pay attention to this at all. I know I'm terrible.
Yeah.
I should.
I think a lot of people don't.
Because I watch, and sometimes, so Mike on one, he's,
yes.
he's a good soldier, right? I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. People, and I tend to be loud, I feel like.
Yes. No, to me, it sounds okay. At least in my ears, it sounds good.
He's heard enough of me.
No, not at all. Not at all. But it's funny you say that, because most of the time when people come in and they are sitting back, and the mic is so far away, it's usually musicians. Why? I have no idea, but it is usually musicians that
because
don't really...
we don't. I think, we do that, right? Where we're on the mic and so in our minds, we don't have to do that. Like, it's exciting, I think, for someone that's not typically on a microphone to have yourself heard. And I mean, I don't know. I don't.
Because when
that's not what this is to me, though. So,
right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm more interested. They hear you, and I'm just kind of reacting to, or sharing. So.
Yeah. So, all right, you mentioned your mom's birthday. Have we? But we did talk about you had the party.
So we had a big party
Right.
last week, and then Thursday after the show. So Thursday was her actual birthday.
Okay.
And it was just a really nice day. I took the day off, which I never take a day off during the week. It's very strange for me to do that, but I did because it was her 90th birthday. My sister's away. Everybody had gone back to wherever they're from.
Yeah.
I have one brother still here, and so I said, you know what, Mom, I'm gonna just take the day off and we'll spend the day together. And I didn't have a plan. And then my niece and my brother wanted to go to lunch. So she likes this restaurant, Mushroom, in West Babylon. It's a Chinese hibachi place.
Is it in the heart of town there?
It's right in this great South Bay shopping center where Skechers, DSW, it's over by Looney Tunes is over there,
over by Looney Tunes.
So, yeah, but in the big shopping center.
Oh,
where
right
Caldor
across the
used
street.
to be, where A&S Mcardle used to be in the...
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But right across from Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
That
in
shopping
the big
center.
Shopping
Okay.
center, yeah. So we ate all three of my nieces, actually four of my nieces, because they have a very close friend who's really also a niece. So she had, and one of her great grandchildren she had. So there were a bunch of us. We had lunch, and then we did a little shopping.
Nice.
And then we went back to her house and watched a lot of Jeopardy and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was just fun. It was a fun day. It was good. It was just, we had a nice day.
Was that, and you took her over to Looney Tunes because Joe Jonas was
Joe
there.
Jonas, that's really funny. The sign was up, but the crowd was not there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that happened the day before or if that happened later that day.
Why
but
I even
yes,
knew that, I don't know.
I knew it too. I know. I said, "Oh, look, Joe Jonas." But I couldn't remember if it was the day before. But the crowd wasn't there then. But we just had a really nice time. It was good.
You're a good daughter.
It was good.
What was that?
I mean,
Are you disagreeing?
Probably my sister, even though she's not here anymore, when she was here, she had more time, spent a lot more time there at my mom's, taking her places.
Okay.
And I don't do it as much as I want to. So I am thinking about, trying to take off more Thursdays and spend those days with her. Because I don't get to see her as much as I'd like, even though she's close by.
Yeah, sure.
I do a drive-by in the morning sometimes. I stop in for 10 or 15 minutes, but I would like to do more.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Ann wants to see Fremder. All right. So hopefully he comes in.
Come on, Fremder. Don't disappoint us.
And then Fremder just wrote a whole bunch of smaller, lowercase b's. I have no idea why. I have no idea.
Maybe he's mulling it over.
Oh, all right. Could be. All right. We're gonna get to. Oh, all right. We're gonna get to Tuesday trivia soon. I guess we may as well do a portion of our day here.
Oh, cool.
So, all right. So we'll start with.
That's Dennis Quaid.
Is,
sorry, it's not even up there yet. Did they sing it yet?
Yeah, but when you said that, it's after I posted the picture. So yes.
All right.
So yes. And you are correct, by the way. Let's see. So this next one is on the screen now. I know who that is too. Who is that?
Richard Gere.
That is Richard Gere. I am not a fan of Richard Gere. I don't think he's a good actor at all. You see, and it's like choppy.
I think he's a very handsome older man. I mean,
Richard Gere,
much better looking now than he was.
Oh, really?
Younger. Love him gray. Yeah.
So you guys didn't answer us before when we asked how the video is coming out. Is it looking all right, or is it like right now on my feed it looks choppy? So yeah, let us know because I actually would love to know. So all right, here's our next one. This one you might get. You definitely have to look at it for a minute.
Yeah.
Not that it'll help you any, but Lynn Hoffman the other day said that this man was one of the nicest celebrities she had ever met. She said, like we were talking about people who are prima donnas. She said, this guy, he drove himself. He just walked right in. He didn't even make a fuss. She said he put his fingers through his hair once, and then he looked at her and said, is that good? She's like, yeah, perfect. And they went and did the interview. She said he was fantastic.
These are like high school graduation photos.
That is correct.
Right?
Yes.
I don't know, but when it pops up on the big screen, I might get it, but don't know.
All right, I'll wait for it to pop up.
Probably when you say it, I'll be like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might.
Huh.
Yeah, this delay is definitely increased. I have one hint that I give you, but I want to wait till it's on the big screen because I think you'll get it once I tell you.
Yeah. It's definitely got very specific features, and I know we're way far ahead, several minutes ahead.
Oh, you know what? Hang on a second.
Behind.
Boom. All right, so it might be, there we go. That's it.
Yeah, I know who this is.
He had a very famous father, and he's very famous himself, but he had a very famous father who was also an actor.
I just don't know.
That is Michael Douglas.
No.
Yes.
I just don't even believe you. It's not even like I say, oh yeah.
Really? No. You don't see it now that I've said it?
No.
Really?
I don't see it.
Wow.
I know.
Well, that is.
Nope, okay.
It's Michael Douglas.
All right. I don't feel bad now because I really didn't see that one at all.
This you'll get
Cher.
this. Yeah, that's Cher. There, I think she looks good. Because that's all pre-freaking surgeries.
Well, she was a little heavier. When she let herself be a little heavier, she looks good. Yeah, that's the.
Hang on. All right. Now, yeah, that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, just his name.
Long Island's own.
Yeah.
That is Steve Buscemi.
Yes, Steve Buscemi.
This one you might get. You might get this one.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
Oh wow! All right, very nice. This one you'll get. I'll tell you when you see it pop up here. Then then you're free to speak.
Mm-hmm. I already know who that is.
Yeah, that's easy, right?
Lisa Kudrow.
The hottest one on Friends, in my opinion, and the most talented. I thought she was great. All right, who's this?
That is yes, that is
You'll get it. It's coming.
I know who it is. I can't. Why can't I
picture him bald?
I know who it is. I just can't. Why can't I think of the name? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? It's just not coming to me.
That
I know who it is.
Is Jason Alexander.
Yes, of course.
Did I tell you the story with when we had him? When we had Kevin Pollak on, did I tell you the Jason Alexander story?
I don't recall.
So when he did A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise
Yes.
and Demi Moore, he when they were casting it, putting it all together, Rob Reiner, who directed it, he told Kevin Pollak, the part is yours, but only if Jason Alexander can't do it. He said, this guy Alexander, he's currently on some TV show. It's in his first season, but it doesn't look like it's going to be renewed. So if the show doesn't get renewed,
he's going
to do it. If the show gets renewed, he can't do it, and the part's yours. The show, this little show called the Seinfeld Chronicles, it was originally called.
Oh, okay.
I think the first season actually said that, if I'm not mistaken. But, so there's Kevin Pollak wishing, Jason Alexander gets the show. So I actually asked him, because, Kevin Pollak does impressions. I said, have you ever done an impression of Jason Alexander playing your role? And he actually loved that idea, but he said he never did.
I think and you may have told me that, but that's a good story.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, this is our last one.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Bill Murray.
Yep, that is Bill Murray. Vicky says the delay truly sucks. Why? You guys don't notice the delay. Like, you guys are seeing it when you see it.
But we spend a lot of time talking about it, which we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
yeah, I know.
but they're seeing it. Like the audio isn't before the video, so
I understand.
Everything is on delay. Hold on, let me get my
delay.
Yes. The TV is still on Michael Douglas with Jason Alexander. No, I don't think it was. But thanks.
Anywho.
Okay.
Any more?
No, that was it. Bill Murray was the last one. You want me to find more?
No. That's good.
All right. All right. Now I can delete them all. Okay. All right. All right. 5 minutes, and we'll get to Tuesday trivia because everything. Oh, all right. There was something I wanted to talk about with you while you were here. What was it? I think. Oh, that's not it. Why am I'm drawing a blank on what it was. There was something in particular that I wanted to actually talk with you, but all right, maybe this might be it. What are your First off, are you aware that there's this which I'm a little upset with myself for not knowing this. So Vicky, you're saying that so when you watch it on your phone, and when you compared to watching it on your TV, like you're getting it faster than you are on the TV? Yeah, that's happened with me. Like sometimes watching a Met game, I'll get a notification.
Yeah.
Juan Soto just hit a home run. Meanwhile, Juan Soto's not even up at bat yet on my TV.
Yes.
Are you aware that there's this website called nakednews.com?
No.
The sexiest naked reporters around the world cover news, sports, pop culture, and much more.
Wow.
And while they strip down the facts, I didn't write that. They strip down themselves. Enjoy 6 new naked shows a week, plus exclusive access to our archives containing thousands of segments, including our popular naked news auditions.
Huh.
So I'm assuming this has been around a long time.
I was not aware.
I'm very upset with myself for not knowing about this. And yes, I did check it out, of course. And yeah, these women are beautiful.
Oh, it's all women?
I have not seen any men on there. I'm not.
Wow.
I don't know if there is or isn't, but I haven't seen any. And then but now to tie in with that, where's the so I have no problem with that, with naked news.
I have no problem with that either. I have no problem with nudity in general. I just
really
think it's fine. I don't like it when my kids were little, and if there was nudity on TV, I didn't go, oh, don't look, or it was more about content,
right.
Sexual content, violence. I like less than nudity. Never bothered me. I don't
So if I showed you from the neck up on this show, would you go?
Would I be
naked in here?
No.
Damn it!
No.
All right. Oh.
No.
Why not?
No.
You said you have no problem with it.
I have no problem. I don't.
If it makes you feel better, I'll get naked too.
I am in no condition to be naked anywhere anymore.
Oh, that's
I'm not doing
true
it.
at all. And I'm sure Anthony would disagree with that wholeheartedly. All right, but I'll tell you what I do have a problem with. These OnlyFans stars.
Yeah.
That just like they keep trying to break these records of the amount of men they sleep with.
I don't really know anything about this. I just thought OnlyFans was a website. You do whatever you do, and it's like a peep show kind of thing. Right?
Kind of, right?
People pay to see you do whatever you do.
Right, and I think And if I'm not mistaken,
So,
I have not.
But I didn't
been,
think there was any real like you didn't really meet the people. I mean, part of that would be just that you don't. There's no in-person connection.
I think it started that way.
Okay.
And I think people. Not only can they donate, but they can request, hey, I'll give you X amount if you do this. I think. I've never been on OnlyFans, but I've shared these articles that I've been reading. And even, for a pervert like me, like, I don't enjoy this. Like, the stuff that's going on is just sick.
Yeah.
We've talked on here a few times, on various days with various hosts about these women that, one woman, I think, what was it, 1,000 men in 24 hours or something? Like
what?
Oh, right, exactly.
I just don't even know what to say about that.
Australian OnlyFans star Annie Knight revealed how her body is coping after sleeping with 583 men in 6 hours. I'm sorry, but this is I do kind
She
of
didn't do any sleeping. There was no sleeping.
well, true.
Yes.
Right. But yeah, I just have a hard time joking about this. Like this is just
I don't
awful.
even think it's real. I just
Well,
I take issue with the facts right from the get-go.
There was one. I don't know if it was this girl or not, but there was one that claimed Guinness, a rep from Guinness was there and noted. I don't know.
You know what? And I think that that Guinness, if that's true,
Yeah.
that's kind of a knock against Guinness for me. They shouldn't be participating.
They
in
shouldn't
such
be
things.
acknowledging this,
And
right?
they should not be acknowledging things of that nature.
Well,
I agree.
Here's why I think this one is real, because she's talking about how her body is coping. She spoke to U.S. Weekly. She achieved this goal of sleeping with 583 men on Sunday, May 18th. This girl is 28 years old. She confirmed she experienced bleeding, which resulted in blood tests and further medical testing. I'm not doing very well. I've been bleeding a lot since the challenge. And she suffers from endometriosis.
Endometriosis, yeah.
Which I have no idea what that is.
It's
It was definitely a bit raw down there, and I did get a small cut. She said that she had been...
Why? But still, I don't understand. What about this makes you believe it?
Because wouldn't she just say that, yeah, it was great and I feel great? Like, why is she saying that she
Why
had...
would she say any of it? Like, for me, it's just completely unbelievable. Like,
Okay.
what gives her any credibility whatsoever?
I don't know if there's video. I have no idea how any of this works.
I don't know.
All right.
I
All
don't
right. No, all right. That's an interesting point. Yeah, she was. She posted a photo of herself wearing a blue hospital gown. So there you go.
Great. So she had to go to the hospital, so it must be true.
I guess 583 guys in a day isn't that good for your body. Yeah, no shit. Knight received 2,000 registrations for that event,
What does that mean?
meaning
What does she
2,000
get?
people signed up.
What does she get? What does it do for her?
I don't know if these people pay.
Did she get
I
money?
don't know.
How much money did she get? That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
want to know. If she got money, I want to know how much it was.
There was another one that I read. I don't remember if it was the same girl or not, but there was one OnlyFans article that we talked about. Again, it's similar to this, where this girl has reportedly made for 2024 $1.5 million for the year from OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. I understand
from her
that.
donations. Yeah.
I get that.
So that's the thing. I don't know if maybe people pay, or maybe because she gets a lot of hits of people wanting to see this, that's more money. I don't know.
So I guess I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to say about that.
So she said she was hoping she got 2,000 registrations. She was hoping 200 people would show up. So when the number doubled, she was absolutely stoked.
And how much did they pay?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Because I mean, I just can't even imagine.
Another OnlyFans star named Tiffany Wisconsin
Yeah.
has a goal for this summer, sleeping with 5,000 men. This summer, I'm going to be a 2,000. This summer, I was going to be a 2,000 guy challenge, but unfortunately, somebody is already doing it. I don't want to copy, so I decided I'm going to do 5,000. She's a 35-year-old girl. She posted this just a few days ago. I know I can do it, and it's going to be really hard, but I'm going to do it in one day. I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm not going to do it in one day. I'm going to do it in the span of a week. That's better. 5,000 men in a week.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah, and that's my
Stop
point.
the craziness.
Real or not, this to me is just
nobody should be paying any attention to that.
right, and that's my point.
And the
That's
only ones
awful.
who are just sickos.
Right.
Right.
That's exactly my point. I just think it's disgusting.
I agree.
I think it's wrong and stupid. And yes, I don't know if 20-year-old Tony Walker would be agreeing or not.
Here's the thing: I'm not a prude.
I'm not either.
I honestly do not have.
But that is the
I
line.
think as long as it's regulated in some way so that people aren't getting hurt, prostitution should be legal. I don't have an issue with prostitution. I don't know what the big moral sex for money thing is. Like, who cares if that's what you can do and that's how you can pay your bills? But that's just freaking stupid.
All right,
I'm not even a prude, and I just think that's
an
crazy.
interesting conversation, which I don't know if that's another day or what, but
That could be a conversation. We have plenty of days.
yeah, because I do think about like if you're religious
That's a religion thing.
Right.
And that's a morality thing. That's that's our own personal thing. But again, where we're from, to each his own. Because you're religious or because you believe in God, I don't have to do the things you do, right? I can I just don't have a moral issue with prostitution.
Right, and I admit I kind of go back and forth. I have my religious beliefs. I go to Lisa's church, but I sometimes think about people who, for whatever reason, say some people our age, maybe for whatever reason have never married. Mm-hmm. They socially just, don't get out there. They don't put themselves out there. Like, are they supposed to then go, because they're not married, are you supposed to go, like your whole life without?
No.
You know what I mean? So I struggle with it.
No. Well, but that's really just religious. That's not. That's a religion question, most people's morality, I guess, comes from if they are religious, comes from their religion. For me, it's not. I just have my own personal gauge of what is of right and wrong. I don't really have a problem with that. Just don't.
Good to know.
I wouldn't do it.
Oh, you wouldn't do it?
I might have done it. At another time in my life, if I guess if that's how you pay the bills, never had to.
You never had to walk across your neighbor's, jump over that fence to your neighbor's?
No, but I don't really, listen, don't judge people who do that. If that's the way you pay your bills and you are good enough at it, then good for you.
You know how much money I would pay?
What?
Oh, I would be totally broke.
You're such an ass.
John Rusiello's like looking at his bank account right now.
He's totally broke because he's got $2 in his pocket. He'd be like, there you go.
I'd hand over my...
What do I get for that?
I'd hand over my 401k. Damn it.
Stop.
Let's see. Let's check comments real quick, then we'll get to Tuesday trivia. There's definitely a glitchy pause. Maybe it's my Tourette's from there. All right, so yeah. So I still don't know if we're glitching or not. Vicky, Naked News has been around for a few years. I personally haven't watched the show, but I saw a news piece about the show.
Oh, okay.
Let me guess. Naked News is on BBC. No, I don't think so. I watch the show Naked every day. OnlyFans should really be called Every Fan. Yeah, right. OnlyFans are cool, but I'd rather type in my search bar big titty lesbians. Oh yeah. This just in: the Australian OnlyFans chick just went to the hospital for doing Joey. That's funny. Very clever. She probably has good skin. Rusiello, you have to disrespect yourself to do that. Oh,
that's
well,
that's again.
The
that's
OnlyFans.
Your personal morality, right?
Absolutely stoked, says Fremder. I think you mean she was completely poked. Yes. She's a third-party sperm bank. Whoa. Ooh. All right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for some Tuesday trivia. All you got to do is play. And then if you want to see a show here at Governor's, let me know, and I'll put you on a list. I can get you into most shows. There's 10 questions. You guys are going to answer them in the comment thread. Diane's going to answer them as well. After I ask the questions, I go back, I read them again, go over everybody's answers, and then I tell you the correct answer. All right, first question. Where's everybody going? How do we get down to 2 viewers? We are on, right? All right. Good. Come on back. First question. Give me 3 names of people who have been in the band Fleetwood Mac.
Oh my goodness!
Come on, piece of cake.
No, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, and oh God.
What's the name of the band?
I know, Nick Fleetwood.
Okay. Question number 2. Another nice and easy one. What was the name of U.S. President Kennedy's wife?
Jacqueline Kennedy.
Or also known as?
Jackie O.
There you go.
But
wow.
she wasn't when she was his wife. She wasn't
Well, true.
Onassis, so I stopped there.
No, you're right. You're right. Some of these questions are very easy today.
Jacqueline Dubois.
Oh, yeah. It was something like that, wasn't it?
Dubois, Jacqueline. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, something like that. All right, you get extra credit if you give us her maiden name. Question
Bouvier.
number... Was it?
Bouvier.
Bouvier.
Jacqueline Bouvier.
Jacqueline Bouvier.
Kennedy.
Wow.
Yes.
That's quite the name.
Her family was very upscale. I believe.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Probably the name was like Booby. Booby ass. Yeah. Who was dubbed the Queen of Soul?
Aretha Franklin.
Wow, very easy questions today. So far.
I like easy questions. I like getting them right.
True. You might get this one. What is the capital of the state of Mississippi?
God, I used to know all the state capitals. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I did too, actually, when I was a kid. It'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come to me.
Next question. You're going to complete this sentence. Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place. See if I'm not singing it.
I know.
Have you not figured out the song?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place. Kenny Friedberg, if you're still watching, you will get this.
You can sing it for me?
Now?
Yeah.
Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place
to go. See? It makes a difference.
This is why I wasn't singing it. All right, whose song is that? What's the title?
Mississippi, is it Biloxi?
I don't know, is it?
I think maybe, I don't know, maybe not, but that's what's coming to me for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, what song was that and whose song is it? You'll get that.
Particular place to go.
This one is so easy. Michael J. Fox was the star of this sitcom, which had over 160 episodes.
Family Ties.
Wow, this might be the easiest week yet. Okay, this one will get you. James Baumgartner, Baumgarner, changed his name to become better known as who? James Baumgartner.
I'm going to just guess and say Jim Carrey.
James Baumgartner. James Baumgartner. Okay. Why did the barber, question number 8, why did the barber say he cut, blah, blah, blah. Why did the barber say he can't cut hair any longer?
You always do these jokes.
Why did the barber say he can't cut hair any longer?
And I know any longer. I just can't. I don't know the punchline. I just don't know the punchline. Can't wait to hear it. It's getting really warm in here. Just
it is.
You to know, it's up to 76. I've been watching it climb since I got here.
I noticed that a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
No, I'm probably here at least till
I noticed
1, so
it
I'm
at
turning
73, and I was trying not to be a diva, but now it's warm.
Because it's getting warm in here means you're a diva?
Well, that I say, could you turn up the air conditioning?
I should have kept it off. You would have taken that thing off. Hang on. I lost my concentration. Okay, question number 9. Give me the definition of the word pogonip.
Spell it, please.
I will. Pogonip.
Just like it sounds.
Yeah. Fremder, we don't need your nipple jokes.
Dear. I have no idea.
Okay. Pogonip. It's a noun.
Pogonip.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the way it sounds. I'll tell you that. It has nothing to do with nipples, Fremder. I know he's like typing so fast about poking nipples or something. Pogonip. Okay. Question number 10. Ejaculation in males typically happens at a speed of around how many miles an hour?
Oh.
So basically, how fast
Yeah.
is a male's ejaculation?
How
many miles per hour?
No idea. I'm just going to guess. Oh, look, we're spinning. I'm going to guess and say 20.
20 miles an hour. All right. Oh, well, not spinning on my phone. So I think, because this computer is sending the signal to the screen. Yes, which we have lost plenty of times. It never works perfect, so I'm hoping it's that.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be working okay there. So again, let me know if we're having issues. I don't know if we are. We are still streaming, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything seems to be working well. Oh, I forgot to record this episode. Oh, well. All right. Where are we here? Okay. Still talking about the OnlyFans girl. Her puss is probably the size of a Home Depot bucket.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Okay. First question. Name at least 3 people who have been in Fleetwood Mac. You said...
Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, Nick Fleetwood.
Diane gets full credit, even though his name is Mick
Fleetwood.
That's why
Yes.
I said, yeah, because you were struggling,
I
and I
know.
felt bad. That's why I was like, just the name of the band.
Fleetwood.
Yeah. I think the name you were trying to come up with, Vicky came up with, Christine McVie.
Yes, that's who I was. That's
Yes.
who was in my
I
head.
had
Thank
a feeling
you,
that's what
Vicky.
you're doing. And that's probably the most famous lineup. Stevie Nicks, Mick Fleetwood, Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie, and her ex-husband, John McVie. That's probably the most famous lineup. But there's been a ton of people in and out of that band. So Vicky's got it right. Fremder, Stevie Nicks gives me a Fleetwood. She still does. She's pushing
All right.
80.
I don't think she's weird.
What?
I just never
Weird?
really got the whole what everybody thinks about Stevie Nicks.
Oh,
I
really?
just don't see it.
You
I don't
musically
hear
or
it.
really?
I just don't.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. I try.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't I mean, I get the whole like flowy hippie.
Oh, that
thing
yeah,
she's
that
got
I don't
going
care
on.
about.
But I don't. That that when they go, oh my God, she's so sexy, she's so hot, she's so talented, great voice. No, mediocre at best when you're talking about vocals to me.
Even in her prime?
Even in her prime.
See, in her
Not hard to copy. Pretty much anybody can copy Stevie Nicks.
Huh.
Honestly, if you're a Stevie, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this, Stevie Nicks tribute, you need to be a mediocre singer at best. It's not. She's not hard.
Whoa!
It's just not.
Okay.
It's just not. It's not a big deal.
I
I get people like the music, and that's great. I mean, listen, Jimmy Buffett. How do you argue that? Nobody's going to say he was a great singer, but the music and it
Right.
makes people feel a certain way. So all of that I get. I do. But just the whole Stevie Nicks thing.
Yeah, that the image part. Yeah,
Big deal.
I never care. I did think
Don't get it.
in her day, I did think she was beautiful.
She's a beautiful girl.
yeah.
I mean, but you could be beautiful and not necessarily something. So I don't get that.
I did think when she first came on the scene, like if you watch like videos of when she first joined Fleetwood Mac, I did enjoy her voice. There's an album.
I'm not saying I don't enjoy her voice. Just don't think she's great.
There's an album she made with Lindsey Buckingham before they joined Fleetwood Mac. It's called Buckingham Nicks. Have you ever heard this?
No.
It
I would
is
listen.
fantastic.
I'll listen.
They put this album out. It did nothing, and to this day, it's never been re-released. Like unless it's bootleg, you won't find it on CD or streaming. I think it is. You can find it on YouTube. But I thought this album was amazing. Well, I'm a big Lindsey Buckingham fan, but I thought this album was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, but like a lot of great artists, she has a lot of shit. I mean, I'll be the first to admit, Paul McCartney has a lot of shit. Springsteen has a lot of shit. Billy Joel might be the only one where I'm like, maybe one or two I don't like. The rest I think is fantastic. But he hasn't put out as much as like Elton John has a lot of shit. The Stones have a lot of shit. But so Stevie Nicks fits that. But I do think some of her songs are amazing. But okay, not that you asked. What was the name of the U.S. What was the name of U.S. President Kennedy's wife? You said
Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy.
correct. Later become Jackie Onassis. Who was dubbed the Queen of Soul? Oh, I'm not reading your answer. Sorry. All right, Vicky also got Jackie Onassis, and she also wrote Jackie Bouvier. Okay, she also got Aretha Franklin, and okay. Yeah, so you got that correct. The Queen of Soul was Aretha Franklin. What is the capital of the state of Mississippi?
I'm going to say Biloxi.
Final answer?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
Vicky got it. Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson.
Jackson.
There you go.
Cruising and playing the radio with no particular
No.
place to go. That's right. Vicky got that right as well. Have you remembered? No?
I can't think of who it is.
Chuck Berry, baby.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
No particular place to go.
Michael J. Fox was the star of this sitcom, which had over 160 episodes. You said?
Family Ties.
That would be correct. Let's see. Andrea says, on Jerry Springer, a billion years ago, a porn star wanted to break the Guinness Book of World Records for the amount of men she... What? S-Aid with at one time. What does that mean? S-Aid.
They probably, she's trying to say she slept
Slept
with.
with?
She had sex with, yeah.
So she believes it. Okay. She wanted to break the Guinness World Record for the amount of men she...
Laid, maybe. It's supposed to say laid, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. Fremder says, boy, I would love me a sloppy hoe. What? Okay. Oh, all right. Vicky got it. Family Ties. Fremder.
And actually, I think Spin City was a way better show than Family Ties.
I
but
thought Family
Spin
Ties
City
was great when it first came out and it focused on the parents. Then
you know
eventually
what's really
became a
funny
Michael
is
J.
that
Fox show.
When we go to Florida and we stay at the condo, you know,
Yeah.
we don't have any, you know, we just have streaming. There's no cable, so we, you know, at night we'll flip through, and we've gotten into the habit of watching Family Ties on one of those free channels, and we'll watch 5 or 6 episodes, and we love it, but I'm just thinking this is the corniest show in the world, but you just love it because it is. But Spin City, I thought was such a smart show.
Yes,
and,
very smart.
Oh, I loved
yes.
it. Yeah, that was
I
a great
enjoyed that show too. Yeah, a lot of those shows from the old days, they don't age well.
They don't hold up.
No.
If you try to get your kids to go, watch
Right.
it, and then you're watching it with them, and you're a little embarrassed that you asked them to watch it.
Yes.
I know.
But I enjoyed Family Ties. I enjoyed the cast. I thought it was a great cast.
Great
but,
cast.
But yeah, if I'm going to show kids stuff, I go back further. Like, I think I told it here recently, probably maybe 10, 15 years ago. I was just flipping through. I had nothing to do. I was probably laid up with leg issues. And I came across on the screen Gilligan's Island. You remember there was the one channel that just listed what was on? Mm-hmm. So I was like, Gilligan's Island. Probably 10, 15 years since I even saw an episode, so I popped it on. I laughed my ass off. It was so stupid.
Yes.
But funny stupid.
Yes.
Holy cow, I couldn't stop. Like, and I don't do that. When I watch TV, you know, even when something's funny, I'll just be like, when I'm with people and there's an energy, you laugh.
Loud.
But watching Gilligan's Island by myself, I was howling out loud.
That's great.
Yeah. James Baumgartner changed his name to become known as who? Oh, Fremda says, don't forget Family Ties. That's a whole different show. Andrea, so I don't have a problem with prostitution, topless bars, and Playboy, and all that stuff. If it was legal, it would be much safer. Probably. Although I think they made weed legal, and I don't know. I just think people have lost their minds with whatever they...
You just don't like to smell it.
I don't like to smell it.
I just feel like if you're going to let people drink alcohol, you should let them use weed. I don't... Alcohol's far more dangerous than weed is, in my opinion.
No, I agree. But
So-
but just like with a bunch of foods, you know, the shit they put in our foods, I think that they've done the same thing with weed. And I'm not a weed smoker at all, but I just see how they react to it. It's different. It's different. And even weed smokers will tell you, like,
I don't know. I feel like people are
it's all
nicer
synthetic
and more pleasant. Yeah.
I see. To me, I don't see that. I'm dead serious. I've seen people that have their personalities have totally changed.
I haven't seen that at all.
Oh, all right, good. Well, no, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the weirdo people. James Baumgartner. James Baumgartner. There you go. That's why I kept repeating it. I was hoping you'd pick up on it.
I said something's going to come to me. I knew you do what you do for a reason. I just have to figure it out.
Nice.
I was going I kept going with the B, and then not the Garner.
Vicky got it. Well, friend, I am not reading that. Oh, my goodness. I am not reading that at all. Vicky does not know the barber joke, she says. Okay. Here's one for Diane, says Fremder. I don't go to the barber because they always talk behind my back. All right. Vicky said, as we were going over question number 9, she said it was glitching. Okay. Okay. Why did the barber say he can't cut hair any longer? And nobody got this, by the way.
Because when you cut it, I know the answer.
What were you going to say?
You can't, it's not a punchline, though. I mean, I know the mechanics of it, because when you cut hair, it doesn't get longer.
He can only cut it shorter.
It can only cut, okay. All right. I was trying to find a funny punchline, and it just wasn't.
But you found it.
I knew the reason, but I couldn't make it a punchline.
You came in last second and got that one correct.
Not really, but thank you.
You've only, I think, missed one question so far, I think. Biloxi. Yeah, that's the only one you missed. Okay. Well, all right, this one you didn't get. What is the definition of poganip? Poganip. It's a noun.
No idea.
Fremder. No, I'm not reading that. Fremder. All right, Kenny Freeberg is watching on a big delay. He just commented, Michael Douglas. Stevie Nicks is in her prime, says Fremder. She's not the only one that has been in her prime. Yeah, she was a big slut in her day. Did you know that?
Good for her.
That's another reason why I love her. Yeah. Ann says, Jackson, Mississippi. I got locked in the Capitol building in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
What?
Cool.
All right, that's one thing we'll talk about next week. A janitor let us out 4 hours later. He was on vacation. I was 16, unfortunately. Oh, hey. All right, yeah. You got some splaining to do, Lucy, next week. Andrea says slept with. S-aid means slept with? Shouldn't that be S-W? All right, I'm very lost today. Fremder, I'm always nice. I'm nice because I'm always high as giraffe nuts. All right. Thanks for sticking around a little longer. We'll just finish Tuesday trivia and then we'll get out of here. Poganip is a noun. It's fog formed from very small ice crystals.
Good God. Where do you get these words from? Nobody's ever going to use that word ever.
Well, but that's not the question, whether they're going to use it or
I
not.
know,
It's just an existing word.
There was zero chance anybody was going to get that right.
Oh, I knew that. All right, last question. Ejaculation in males typically happens at the speed of how many miles an hour? You said 20, and then I saw Vicky answered it. Vicky said 15.
We're right there in the ballpark, Vicky.
You actually are in the ballpark. Okay. You being closer than Vicky. It's 28 miles an hour.
Wow.
So you weren't far off at all.
Okay.
You're not far off from ejaculation.
How do they measure that, I wonder?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good question.
That's interesting.
I have a feeling Vicky probably has looked into that. So Vicky, tell us. All right. With that, it is time to get out of here. Thanks for sticking around a little late today. We appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around a little late today.
No worries.
Anything coming up?
Yeah. The 7th, I believe, is Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night, I will be at the Coop. It's like a Nashville, the Coop. The Coop. It's in Farmingdale.
Oh,
the Coop. They said I was just looking at the menu. Lots of like brisket mac and cheese, barbecue stuff, chicken.
Nice.
Yumminess. I think it's early. I think it's like 5:30 to 8, and then there's a DJ that goes on at 9 o'clock. But if you're looking at happy hour in Farmingdale, the Coop.
And this is what, you and Dave?
Farmingdale. Yeah, or it could be with the whole band. I don't even know. I just show up and do whatever. It could. I think the website said the Electric Dudes, so that would be the whole band.
Very nice.
Yeah, 5:30 to 8 at the Coop in Farmingdale.
Lots of deliciousness,
Yay.
including the
Come
singer.
see me. Come
there
see
you
me.
go. From there, I don't know the answer to the sperm question, but the last time I shot a load, I got pulled over.
Oh boy.
Goodness. All right, time to go. Tomorrow on the show, Mike will be here, and my pal Rob Notaro will be here. You've seen Rob. Rob comes in with his his laptop. We hook it up to the board, and he plays just one instrument from famous songs, like just the drums, or just the bass, or just the piano, and then we have to guess what song he's playing.
That's fun.
It is. It is a lot of fun. We've done that a few times. So Mike will be here. So I told Rob that Mike is a big Bruce guy, so Rob will have some Bruce tunes prepared for Mike.
Cool.
So that's tomorrow. Coffee with the Dog tomorrow at 9 a.m. Circling the Drain tomorrow night at 7. Oh, Peter is on tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So that's it. Oh, until 9 o'clock tonight. Hershey and the Keegs. That's right.
Hershey and the Keegs.
That's why I put the stupid shirt on. I forgot. Hershey and the Keegs, two great comedians. They will be joined by a third great comedian, Carla Okerson, Mike's girlfriend. Carla Okerson, a great comedian, seen here at the club all the time. She is their guest, and she will kick their asses because that's what she does.
Cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. That's tonight at 9 o'clock. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. At the clubs, Governor's here in Levittown, the main stage in the Giggle Room, the Brokerage in Belmore, McGuire's in Bohemia. Just some of the names you'll see on a Governor's stage this weekend. Big J. Okerson, Mike Keegan, Chris Cassandro, Anthony Rodia. I think that might be the following week. Brendan Sagalo, Eric Tartaglione. Oh, I should try and get Eric in here to promote it. Eric's great. Go to govs.com. Make your reservations. Some great comedy shows. Don't forget, as we said before, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. We're performing this Friday at the Knights Columbus in Hicksville. Come on down. That is our last public performance until August. August 2nd, I think it is, will be at Cafe Spiga out in Mount Sinai.
Cool.
So go to knockemdeadcomedy.com and check out information how you can hire us for your event. Go to the Electric. Do they have a website? TheElectricDudes.com?
I believe they do. I just do Facebook. I don't even look
Electric
anymore.
Dudes.
I just show up.
Go find out their dates because good chance you'll see Diane at one of their shows.
Yeah.
And there you go. And that's everything. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. And
bye, everybody.
Whoops.